Hopefully at this point, you've completed the survey and you now have some interesting data from small business owners. If that's the case, what happened? Did it validate your assumptions, or did you maybe go back to the drawing board and say, wait a second, I don't think they do care about this problem I want to solve. I better find a different one. You may have to go through that process several times, but make sure you get it right, because the key assumption that you're going to build everything else on is that you found a problem, you found a need for a specific type of business that you are passionate about solving and that they are passionate about solving. Those two things are an absolute must. Without both of those two realities, you are not going to be successful selling software to small and medium business owners, okay? Now, once that happens, we're ready to move on to the next step. It is now time for you to select a software solution. Now, obviously, there is no way that in one video I could help you, make the exact correct, choice here. I don't know what software solutions you have available to you, but the key thing is start by figuring out what are the available software solutions that you can sell to this particular vertical, right? What is the need you're trying to solve? One of the best things that you can do is actually talk to other people at your company, talk to other connections that you have in the industry and say, hey, look, this is the problem I'm trying to solve for this business. What do you recommend, right? But you need to find a software solution that's going to be not only targeted for this specific vertical, but ideally one that's going to allow you to scale to other verticals. One of the keys here long term is that you don't want to become an absolute expert at the software solution that you can only sell to one type of business. Now, sometimes that is unavoidable. But what I find is usually those types of software are not very good for resellers in the first place. They don't have good compensation. They're not processor agnostic. So those are going to be tough to work with in the first place. But the bigger problem is once you finally get to where you're like, okay, cool, I've now sold, 30 pet shops, now I'm ready to move into something, similar. I'm going to go to hobby stores. Well, you may need a slightly different feature to sell the hobby store than you did the pet store. And so you don't really want to sell a point of sale solution that's only designed for pet shops, or a gateway that's only designed for marketing companies. You're going to want some type of software you can sell that with some tweaking and some different features or different apps, you're going to be able to sell it to multiple kind of adjacent verticals, so you can hopefully spend the next 2 to 3 years just adding a new vertical every 60 to 90 days. And you're going to do these campaigns where you're going to have a 60 to 90 day focus on this one type of business. You're going to get really good at that. Then you're going to continue selling a few of those each month through referrals and everything else, while simultaneously moving to the next adjacent vertical and working on that one. So it's going to be very important that you choose a software that's easy for you to understand, but also is flexible and allows you to work with multiple verticals. So this is the time right now where you need to, again, pause the course and you need to dig in, okay? What solutions can you offer? Talk to your processing company, talk to your management team, figure out what you can offer, talk about what you're trying to do, see if there's a good solution. If there's not, you either have to find one and figure out how to make it work, or you got to go back to the drawing board, because this is a key component. If you have, a great problem to be solved and you have an idea of a solution, but you can't sell that solution, then it really doesn't matter at all, okay? I'll give you a really good example of this. I had one of my biggest clients was a furniture store, a really, really big furniture store, and they were selling a lot of volume, and they came to me and said, James, we've got to cancel your service because we're going with a point of sale provider that, they provide this integration where we are ordering all of our inventory, not like reporting, but we are directly ordering our inventory through this channel, through this point of sale system. It's like auto ordering our new couches that we need and stuff. And it's like connected to the supplier. And so I was like, okay, well, can you give me a week? And they said, sure. So I reached out and I thought, hey, you know what? I'm already looking at retail. I'm already solving a lot of these retail-related issues. So why not go after furniture stores? Seems like a fantastic idea, right? So I reached out to the point of sale company and said, I'd like to sell your point of sale solution. Let's start by working together on this one deal, and then I can bring you more. And so we talked about it, and over the course of a week, going back and forth, I decided that was not a good partnership. And At that time, I didn't have any other solution that could do what they wanted. And so I was like, you know what? I'm not going to go after furniture stores right now. I had other opportunities that were better. And so I just had to let that one go and move on to something else. And that might be the case with you. You might have been really excited about a particular vertical, particular problem to solve, but you really don't have the ability to sell them the thing that's going to make a difference and make you money at the same time. And obviously that has to be in place in order for it to be successful. So pause the course right here. Pick out your solution. What is the technology solution that you're going to offer to them? And make sure you have something in mind so that you're ready for the next video.